Tell us more.
Well, Ollie, claims and competing counterclaims as well about exactly what took place. So let us tell you now what we do know as of Tuesday night, what we verified and what we do know at this stage. Let's put it on the map first of all. It took place in the port facility in Beirut's main one of Beirut's main economic points. Now the port of Beirut, we know of course the whole of Lebanon's economy really suffering. It was a very difficult time for the country anyway, COVID-19 compounding those woes. But this explosion taking place right here. How do we know that? Well, let's start off by looking at the video that you've been seeing in your newsfeed, perhaps one of the most iconic of the many videos from different angles. It starts with this huge plume of smoke behind this white building here. What follows then, should warn you, is distressing. A huge mushroom cloud explosion, ripping not just through that port facility, but block after block afterwards. The shockwave taking roofs off, smashing windows. We know that now this has left thousands of people injured. Let's just give you a sense of where we know it did take place. We saw from that video that white building. Well, look at this here. This still from the video I just showed you, the fire here marked in red. Using the satellite imagery provided by Google, we're able to pinpoint that here. There's the white building, and there, just behind it, the location of the fire. This, zoomed out, of course, is right there at the center of that port facility. We know it struck right there. But what exactly took place? Well, we saw multiple competing claims about missiles, jets, earthquakes. The country's interior minister coming out confirming what we seem to see in that video, which is a fire initially broke out and then there was this huge explosion. The interior minister saying the exact cause cannot be determined until there's been a full investigation, but it seems that confiscated materials were responsible for the explosion. Worth saying they were explosive materials, but he fell short of calling them explosives. That is what we have from the authorities. But again, that matching up what we saw in that video, a fire and then a huge explosion there. What did it leave in its wake? Well, this just from a few blocks away. Glass, all the glass broken. People with some horrific cuts and injuries. We know, of course, the Red Cross treating this as a truly emergency situation, calling on people to please clear the roads to let the ambulances through. And you get a sense of how difficult that is, because this is another video, an eyewitness video sent directly to my colleague Matthew, just a few hundred meters away from the epicenter of the explosion. Look at that, you can barely see in front of your face. It's like a war zone. And that really is, Ollie, giving you a sense of how devastating this has been. We know it struck right at the heart of one of the key economic sites. We know the city was struggling with COVID-19. We know thousands of people have been injured. But what we do know at this stage, while the Interior Minister falling short of giving us an exact cause of the explosion, confirming what the videos show, that it took place in the port facility, that it seems to have been explosive materials there, stored there. The Interior Minister saying they could well have been confiscated in the past, that caused that fire, that explosion, that's left so much devastation in its wake.